Welcome back to Eden Zero Anime Review, episode number 34. This is the 34th episode of the anime, which is called Shiki versus Drakken Joe. Well, it's Shiki versus Drakken anyways, but you can call it Drakken Joe. So pick up what we left off last time. So we do reveal exactly about Amelia. That's the one with the no face. Because, well, I still have this theory that Hiramashima basically ripped off the series Grayson for this character. Well, basically an element from the series. The whole thing of the eye. I'm not sure if she wears contact lenses to cause that, because that's what caused it over in Grayson. But who knows? So she explains the fact that, well, they met back in Digitalis. Yes, this is the first time they met since Digitalis. Though she was the fake Hamura. And the fact she's signed by a certain organization, basically the Galactic Federation, to take down Drakken Joe. Okay. And they mentioned about his life support machine, the fact that she actually, the reason why that even though she posed as Lalabelle, she's not really Lalabelle. Lalabelle is fine. She's off in the club that basically she was using as a cover. Which, of course, where Mora is, by the way. Yep. And then, of course, they form that plan to take down Drakken Joe. And, of course, basically, then Drakken Joe shows up, turns the floor into tile. Well, tar. Yep, and proceeds almost like John Bunny. Shiki, of course, comes out and basically bows him. And he breaks the floor, and of course, tells Rebecca he'll be back. He'll take on Han, and everybody else goes down to the next floor, while he, of course, goes down to the freaking basement. And just by sheer coincidence, he remembers the previous world, where apparently this is the site where he killed Shiki in the previous world. Which, yeah, it is. They fight for a while before we get back to this. Let's continue with basically with Hamura, where after she beats Clean, she goes to get herself a change of clothes, and all of a sudden she finds Lalabelle. Like, oh, you're Lalabelle. Yeah, she's never met Lalabelle before, but she's probably mentioned about my description. And of course, basically, gets her change of clothes. Like, oh, I had the app, and she's very tempted by the very clothes. One of those clothes happened to be the outfit she wore the previous world, which is hilarious. Yep, and then we see Kling where her hairpin is malfunctioning. And then we have the rest of the team where they basically arrive to take down the life support machine. We have Sheer, Wiz, Rebecca, Happy. Now, basically, everybody's job is simply this. That Whis and Pino will be the job of taking the life support machine. And Rebecca needs to be protected, so Happy is the bodyguard. Of course he's going to be the bodyguard. He's happy. So they arrive there, and of course, run the gene. And it turns out that's actually not his real name. According to Amelia, it's actually her name was Chris. And it's like, okay, and of course, Mosi reveals like, hey, remember me? Like, oh yeah, you work for Pseudo Sister. It's like, yeah, and then of course they're contacted by Hermits, and of course the real sister told him that she would be happy to help her sister out. But apparently this machine, no, it keeps his youth, but the secret is the energy source. Apparently, he takes tiny bits of people's life force from the people of Gildas, at least Namora, whatever these places, the people who live there, and that what keeps them alive. So they went for a process, but this tower basically is in the way. Well, before they do it, and of course they reveal it, and then of course Whis runs away in anger while we get to see what he goes to the next episode at the end of the episode. So Jin turns on Drakken by destroying the machine because Sister said that she will help his sister, which she will, don't worry. Although you have Shiki and Drakken Joe just fighting. He, of course, activating various attacks on him, going to his overdrive mode, and then it looked like he's about to kill Shiki, and then Wii shows up in his arsenal mode, where he punches him in the face like, you killed her, and you're like, what the heck are you talking about? That's how the episode ends. But man, this is a really good episode. We're almost done with this very arc. If you're curious though, there's overall 5 chapters left to be adapted. I'm not kidding about there's 5 more left, so it is kind of a definite this arc will wrapped up in 2 episodes. Yes, only 2 more left. I'd say probably by episode, because we're on 34 right now, we're up by 36, and we're going to probably start off the Eden 1 arc. in that very episode, and that probably wrapped up because the fact it's only six chapters of arc. I'd say the arc were wrapped up probably by episode 38, and then they were going to the very next arc of the series. Who knows? I hope so. But damn, still good journey season so far. And yes, I should reveal this too, because I was watching previously on a different website, a not official website. I watched it since season 1 like that. But that recently I found out, and I told a friend of mine this, he was actually very happy to hear about this, that Eden Zero is on Crunchyroll too. Yep. The sub was on Crunchyroll. I'm like, wow, cool. I freaking love the fact it's on Crunchyroll. Which means like, I can watch it no problem. Yep. So, yeah. I've been watching since last week. This is the second episode I've watched on Crunchyroll. I'm watching it from this point forward. The dub, basically, I'm not sure. Now, it's quite strange, though, that somehow Crunchyroll got this. Despite like the first season was all exclusively on Netflix. Maybe Crunchyroll scooped it up. I kind of hope it did. Yes, I'm really hoping it did scoop it up. Yeah, I found it quite interesting though that season 2 is on this one. So the streaming rights. So it's currently on Miltoon distribution. Okay. Somehow they acquired Eden Zero. My only guess is the reason why that they decided to do this because maybe JC was not happy with the fact that they had to wait a long time to release the first season here. The fact that because Netflix have a stupid thing of once they get their hands on anime, instead of release it weekly like everyone else does, lock it up for 6 months and then finally release it after the 6-month period. That's what they did. 7 Deadly Sins. They kind of killed the hype for it. But my guess is that probably they went to middle distribution over Netflix because of what happened with the first season of the show. I don't think it's the dub. The dub was fantastic. I watched the dub the first season, but I'm so happy with the fact it's on Crunchyroll now. Yep. And if you're curious though, when it's on Crunchyroll, just this very season, apparently they decided to do a recap movie of the first season to get people caught up. Now, I'm not really sure. Let me take a look here about this recap movie. Because I was kind of surprised they even had a recap movie. Belly Gore, that's the name of this arc. So hopefully, since it's available here now, maybe it'll be able a lot quicker now. Maybe. Oh, in case you're curious, though, when it comes to the show itself, let me view the dubcast before I end this video here. Shiki is played by Sean Coupling, who is noteworthy for playing Subaru from ReZero. Here's another ReZero, basically, someone who's in that series. Kira Buckland, who played Beatrice, plays Rebecca. Tina Ballard played Happy over in Fairy Tale, reprises her role here. Wee Snyder, the looks like probably the younger version of the character, played by Ray Chase. Sarah Williams plays Ian Pino. Amora is played by Laura Shaw. The older version we saw by Brooke Chambers. Ziggy is played by John Bentley. Elsa Crimson is played by Ursa Scar from Fairy Tale's voice actor Colin Clickenbeard. Witch Regret is played by Laura Post. Robert McCullum plays Justice. Chris Ruthford, that's Jin, played by Jonah Scott. Love by Christie is played by Lisa Freeman. Musco was played by Brooke Powell. Allegra Clark does Sister Ivory, which I'm surprised they get Monica Riel to play that character. Don't want to be surprised they changed the voice cast for season 2. Zethan Howlett does Hermit. Drakken Joe's by Armin Taylor. Jenny Yarber does Zomi. Valkyrie Yuna is by Rebecca Thomas. Coronai. Basically, this is my favorite interesting. Madame Kunai, who is Amora's mom, is played by Rukia's voice actress, Michelle Ruff. You're like, wow, that sounds like a really good dub cast. I do recommend it's actually a really good dub. Now, as for when the dub released here, don't know yet. We're 6 episodes in, but maybe that JC said probably learned that, yeah, probably should not release it on the streaming service on Netflix ever again because of what happened with the first season of the show. That is just a possibility. I'm kind of hoping that now in case you're curious though, there is an original movie when it comes to Eden Zero. There is, it's a 72 minutes. Now apparently it does kind of cover the entire movie, the entire first season mostly. Yes, I'm kind of surprised that they decided to do this one. Do a recap movie. Yeah. But, will I watch it? No, because I've seen it already. Yep. But yeah, that's pretty much a particular view. Tomorrow will be reviews for, as far as I can tell, these are the videos that will be coming tomorrow. You know my smartphone, that's coming first. Demon Slayer. And maybe Common Corner 2, in case you're curious what about the Apes and Academy. I haven't read the next volume yet, so basically it's about 3, maybe 4 videos tomorrow, okay? Bye.